Ladies and gents, and welcome to CG Reaction, and this is SCP-682 Indestructible Creature, SCP animated by the channel TheRubber. So yeah, I reacted to quite a few SCP videos already. I've created a playlist for it called SCP. Check out the cards for it. Check out the link in the description. There are, it has all of my videos that I reacted to. There's a link in the description. Check that out. So yeah, SCP. I love SCPs. When I first found out about SCP, I think it was an introduction video. I didn't know what that was. I thought there's going to be some real world thing, like some organization or in military or something. I didn't know what I was getting into. So at first I was surprised, like, they started to talk about torturing a woman and things like that. I'm like, what the hell's happening? Then I realized, oh wait a minute, this is a fictional thing. And then slowly I started to realize that this is damn good thing. It's like, lots of fans around the world create stories and link them together into this big gigantic world with deep lore. And I started to react to it. I was reacted to 8-10 videos already, and it's just incredible. All the stories are incredible. I always come across a story. I reacted that Bigfoot Yeti type of video of SCP, and I started to think, like, wait a minute, this is just boring. Then in the end he clarified that, wait a minute, this is just the story that they tell. So it's really deep. That IKEA thing was awesome too. The shy guy. There are lots of SCP cases. I already reacted to just a few. I reacted to the blob one too. So it's just awesome. This is that alligator thing. I've seen this in the blob video, obviously SCP-999, in which they put that blob to this thing, and obviously that's a pacifying effect that blob has on everybody. It had effect on him too, and this alligator thing started laughing. Apparently this is not just some animal, it's an intelligent creature who talks too. So he just started laughing. He came, afterwards he went to sleep or something. That when he woke up, he was pissed, like, take that thing away from me. He was screaming or something like that. And I remember in one of the video they put together, shy guy with this. They fought for a long time. Shy guy basically ripped him apart or something like that, and then he was regenerating this alligator thing, and shy guy was got tired or something, so he got scared and went into the corner, and they took them apart later on. The test was ended or something. So it's something. Obviously this thing is dangerous since it's intelligent, it can regenerate, it's indestructible. But shy guy is also indestructible, and he's really powerful. So who is more powerful, shy guy or this thing? Because I remember somebody in the comments saying that they threw the shy guy into the sun. The SCP threw the shy guy into the sun, and then later found out the readings told them that sun is getting closer to the earth, means that shy guy is still running towards the earth, and that's making sun coming closer to earth. I mean, if that's the case, then shy guy is just untouchable, because if the guy can overcome obviously nuclear fusion too, and not just that, pull together sun and earth together, pull those two things together, the shy guy is really powerful. So I don't know who's more powerful, is that shy guy or this? I don't know. But let's watch this video. Obviously I don't know much about this thing. I just saw this in other SCP cases. From there I have some knowledge. But let's watch the video.
SCP-682 begins thrashing violently, emitting several roaring sounds and issuing profanity directed at testing staff. Finally, 682 breaks containment, attack against several agents, staff, and researchers, resulting in 11 deaths and 86 injuries. Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Class Object Kita, SCP-682. SCP-682 is one of the most popular in SCP Foundation. 682 is a large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin, famous for traits that are almost impossible to be destroyed. It appears to be extremely intelligent and was observed to engage in complex communication with other SCP. 682 appears to have a hatred of all life, which has been expressed in several interviews during containment. 682 has always been observed to have extremely high strength, speed, and reflexes, though exact levels vary with its form. Its physical body grows and changes very quickly, growing or decreasing in size as it consumes or sheds material, and can gain energy from anything it ingests, organic or inorganic. 682's regenerative capabilities and resilience are staggering, and it has
What is this, Superman SCP or something? Damn, it can consume literally anything, can grow in size. It's a heavy alligator type creature, but it's fast, have high reflexes, high strength. Isn't it's the thing is intelligent, can talk to other creatures and other living things. This is ridiculous.
Has been seen moving and speaking with its body 87% destroyed or rotted. When
What?
being asked why it kills those innocent farmers, it refused to answer at first, but after forced to answer by a doctor, 682 assault one of the personnel, and answer they were disgusting. Due to the highly aggressive, adaptive, and intelligent nature of 682, termination testing has been ordered by Foundation. The only problem is the number of termination testing have been conducted close to 100, yet none of them have been success. Among the many execution records, the most classic of which is the attempt to use SCP-409 on 682. 409 is a very dangerous quartz crystal. Any objects coming in contact with 409 will begin to crystallize after 3 hours. After
Oh.
complete crystallization, the object will bursting into thousands of fragments with great force. Upon exposure, 682's crystallization begins. It shows signs of extreme pain and begins having seizures, but the crystallization stops at 62% conversion with unknown reason. Its crystallized area explodes, causing massive physical trauma to 682. 1 hour later, 682 recovers from exposure.
Oh, I get it. I think, it has a property, the 682, that doesn't let itself completely destroy. It doesn't matter what's doing what to it. So after a certain percentage of its body getting destroyed, the process will stop regardless of how powerful the force is. It has that kind of weird property, I think. In that way, the creature doesn't die completely. Like if you make millions of pieces of it, what's going to happen? Is that even a thing anymore? That's the question people ask about X-Men Wolverine. Like, yeah, Wolverine can regenerate, but what if you cut Wolverine into many pieces? How is he going to regenerate from that? So I guess there is a cap to his ability. Like after a certain point, it cannot be destroyed. Like if a 60-80% gets destroyed, then it's going to stop. Like in this case, crystallization stop after a certain point. So, in that way, the thing doesn't get destroyed completely.
Despite the loss of limbs and organs, it begins regeneration, stating that it will attempt to kill and consume all staff involved in this event. Due to the failure of SCP,
What is that? You asshole, you wait for it. Let me regenerate first. In few hours, I'm coming after you.
P409, major concerns raised about possible developed immunities and possible adaptations. All future termination tests must first be
Damn.
carried out on tissue samples taken from 680.
Okay, so it also adapts to things like a virus. This is strong, man. So if you do a certain test, and if the test fails, it will it will have immunity towards it. So next time they use this crystal thing, it's not going to work.
In another termination testing, 682 quickly presses against the wall farthest from SCP-173, staring at it the entire time. SCP-173 cannot move while within a direct line of sight, but once the line of sight is broken, it will move in high speed and attack by snapping the neck of the victim. 682 continues to stay.
Ooh. Really? Is that how SCP-173 goes? Oh my god, because that is as creepy as the thing can go. I mean, first of all, thing just says that, frozen and stares at you. That's already creepy. And as soon as you move your eyes around, it will immediately extremely high speed come behind you and snap your neck or something. That is damn creepy, isn't it?
Stare at 173 without pause for 6 hours. Realize this situation, agents equipped with large caliber sniper rifles dispatched and shoot out the eyes of 682.
Damn.
After resuming observation, 682 is shown to be on the floor with several injuries around its head, neck, and legs. It rapidly regenerates from damage and moves to a different wall, developing several sets of eyes on various parts of its body, many covered by thick, clear caps of armored carapace. 682 maintains
Oh my god. They destroy its eyes, so it immediately adapted to it, created multiple eyes, and now with armored casing around it, so the eyes don't get destroyed. The level of adaptation this thing has, I mean, it's dangerous. It's not just that it's indestructible, it's just that, it's gonna adapt, and will reach a certain point where it's way too powerful and dangerous. Damn, that's heavy. I don't understand this, but they destroyed its eyes, and then he obviously grew fast. But there must be a certain point, like a split second or something, where it didn't have eyes. Why at that time 173 didn't just immediately attack it? Because it has extremely fast speed, isn't it?
Observation of 173 for an additional 12 hours, despite additional efforts of agents and Foundation staff. At the end, Foundation staff have no other way but to end this testing. Termination testing with SCP-162 has once again proved the exceptional vitality and adaptability of 682. Touching SCP-162 will immediately result in several hooks becoming embedded in the subject's skin. Subject will bleed profusely, resulting in death after a prolonged period of time.
Damn.
682 exposed to 162. It begins thrashing violently, emitting several roaring sounds and issuing profanity directed at testing staff. After 4 minutes of continued exposure, 682 lunges away from SCP-162, severing its lower jaw and left hind limb, and causing serious tissue damage to many areas.
Oh, it lunges away, so it jumps and suddenly its parts get snapped like that. That's heavy.
Of its body. 682 breaks containment, attack against several agents, staff, and researchers, resulting in 11 deaths and 86 injuries. So we know at this time, no means available to SCP teams are capable of destroying SCP-682, only able to cause massive physical damage. 682 should be contained within chamber filled with hydrochloric acid until it is submerged and incapacitated. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have you ever heard or encountered any paranormal event?
Oh, that is something, isn't it? SCP-682 is really damn dangerous when you think about it, because it's not just indestructible, it grows, but it adapts too at a really heightened state. I mean, immediately they shoot its eyes, and it grew multiple eyes with armor casing around it. That's just damn heavy. And obviously it's also intelligent creature, so with that level of adaptation, that level of intelligence is really dangerous. There will be a time, if they don't destroy it, it will adapt it so much that literally nothing will touch it. That's just heavy. I guess in that sense it is more dangerous than the Shy Guy. Obviously its intelligence already gives it an edge, I think. Damn, this is awesome. There are tons of SCP, and I don't know which are even more powerful than this two, but so far I've heard about this two, and this two feels really powerful. This is awesome. Alright people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe and support this channel. That way I'll know if I should react to more SCPs or some other videos. And if you want me to react to more SCP videos, comment down for any video you want me to react to. And yeah, check out the other reaction I did. There's a link in the description with all of my videos. Check out the SCP playlist I created in the cards, in the end cards. And I'll see you next time.